Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl latesha-kharizma. To all my new KSQUAD members, hey girl, hey. Let's jump into this review. So we are back with another wig review. This review is being sponsored today by Sensationnel, so shout out to y'all. Today we are talking about the What Lace Zion unit. This is a 13 by 6 inch frontal, you guys, and I have her in the color number 2. Now Miss Zion is not out in wig websites yet, but she should be this week or next week. You guys keep checking back because I will link it once it does go like out for sale. But in the meantime, let's just go ahead and get into the stats, you guys. So this comes with your 2 combs in the front, 1 comb in the back with your adjustable straps. Like I said, the color shown is number 2. This is a layered unit. She is sitting at 29 inches long, you guys. It's a long wig, okay? And this is, once again, a 13 by 6 frontal with smaller knots. And it's gonna be pre-tweezed, and this is also a glueless unit. So let's go ahead and get into Zion. So shout out to Sensationnel for sending this to me because I asked for this a few months ago, and it was so long ago that when they DM'd me to tell me the unit was ready, I didn't know what they were talking about. I'm like, can you show me a picture? Because I literally forgot about this unit. This is such a gorgeous unit. Sensationnel does really well with the What Lace series. For some reason, like the lace on these units is just chef's kiss. And the styles are just really, really great. So I was excited to go ahead and review this. Now, like I said, you guys, Zion is a long girl, okay? She's sitting at 29 inches long, coming way below my bust. This is hitting my waist, you guys, and I am 5'4". So remember, with any wig that you choose to purchase, you can customize it to your liking. So I left the wig as is as far as the length because I wanted you guys to see it in its full capacity. But you do not have to wear this at a 29-inch length. You can cut your unit however you want to suit you. Now, that being said, I did cut layers into Miss Zion. There are layers in her, but I decided to cut some more face framing layers into Zion because the length is just so long. But I think it was working really well for my face shape. I do have a smaller shaped face, meaning a lot of hair would just like kind of enclose my face shape, and I really do not like that. So definitely, ladies, if you have a smaller head or a smaller face, I would, well, not a smaller head, but a smaller face, I would definitely recommend that you try to cut some face framing layers into Miss Zion. Speaking of head sizes, girl, I have a peanut sized head, and this is going to be large, medium, and small girl head friendly. It does come with that adjustable straps. You can always adjust your unit to fit your head shape the way you want it to, and also you can adjust the combs as well. This is going to be a very soft, light, yaki unit, and I mean soft. Hands are going right through her. Very lightweight, which is amazing to me because it's so much hair. The density on Zion is amazing. You really don't start feeling tracks till you get to the nape of the unit, but other than that, I don't feel tracks going throughout this unit at all. So definitely the density and the texture is going to be one of the stars of the show, and also the lace as well. So this is a 13 by 6 frontal. If you are not familiar with frontals, what that means is you get 13 by 6 space right up in this area here, right up in here, to do what you want with the unit, be it half up, half downs, left or right side parts, or middle parts, ponytails, braids, whatever you want to do. You can do that right up in this area right here. It gives you enough space to do what you want. I opted for a right side part because I'm a right side part girl. But really glad that this was a frontal. Had it not been a frontal, I think this unit literally would have been a disaster because it's like, what do I do with all this hair, man? Like, what do I do? But anyway, yeah, I'm really happy that this is a 13 by 6. Also, it says here, smaller knots, pre-tweezed, upgraded. So I will say, I can tell it has been upgraded a bit because I didn't have to pluck the unit. I could have, but I just left it as is. That's how great the lace is, but you definitely can go in and pre-pluck if you want to. This says it's a glueless unit, which it is. You can wear it glueless, but my recommendation, depending on how it fits your head, is I would melt it. You don't have to melt the whole thing. I did just melt in the very front, and I was pretty much good to go, but it is per se a glueless wig. Now, as far as putting this behind my ear, that's the only part I'm kind of peeved about, ma'am, because, okay, it is hard right here. And I think that's because I have the well, it's not because the comb is adjusted, but it's like you got the comb right here, then you got a little bit of the strap, and then it's kind of hard right here. So me putting it behind my ear, it's a little problem. It's uncomfortable. You guys see that? Like, it's cool, but it's uncomfortable. So for me, I would feel uncomfortable wearing it behind my ear. Now remember, I only have the front melted, not the side, and I did that on purpose. But because to me, even if you melt the side, with this hard thing being right here, it's like, what's the point? So I just kind of stuck that up under there, and you can't really see like the lace or anything. So that's one of the peeves for me, is that it's like the ear tab, like, ma'am, it is a bit harsh, right? And that would make it hard for you to like throw this behind your ear. So that would be one of the cons of the unit. Now, as far as the curls are absolutely gorgeous. I love that this is a curly unit. Just beautiful, loose, soft curls. Adds a lot of dimension to the unit as well. As far as like how it flows with me, it's flowing really well, you guys. Be it that it's long, you're not going to get too much of bounce on this because it's super long. But it still flows naturally. It looks really nice. It doesn't look wiggy at all. It really looks like maybe I would say a human hair blend unit. And I was also looking for that as well. Like, is this going to be a human hair blend? I'm looking, but it just says with natural density hairline. So I'm not for sure if it is, but either way, it feels like it. Now, this does come in special colors: caramel blonde, flamboyage auburn, flamboyage blonde, flamboyage mocha, mocha brown, and then you have your 1B, and your 2. I'm really happy that it comes in fairly neutral, natural colors. This unit, come on, we don't need oranges and pinks and purples and blues. This needs to stay as natural as possible, because it's just too much hair to be trying to jump out the box on this. You do not want this to look like a cosplay wig or a wiggy wig or a costume wig. Or, you guys understand what I'm saying? So really glad that the color stayed really neutral, really natural. That's the way this should be, especially with this unit. Okay, girls, let's jump into this install, doll. So the install was really, really simple. Like, I thought it would be hard, but it really wasn't. Now, like I said, I did melt the unit. I went ahead and cut the lace, plopped her on my head, and kind of looked at it like, okay, what am I going to do? So when I cut my lace, I cut it as close to the hairline as possible. I don't really be leaving the lace out because I just don't want to wag with it. You guys already know, if you've been a subscriber of my channel for a while, I don't like wagging with all that. I'm not the girl that does all the special baby hairs, and I'm not that girl, ma'am. I'm just trying to get it to look as natural as possible and get on out the door, okay? So I did cut the lace. I did melt her right in the front area, just the front there, just to go ahead and kind of lay her down a bit. Left the sides as is. It was like, why even mess with the sides? I do have my combs adjusted because I wanted it to lay as close to the scalp as possible. Like I said, made this a right side part, went in with my MAC concealer, and also did cut a little bit of layers on the right side of my unit. Not many, just maybe 2 or 3. And I was pretty much done. I did not add any heat. I did not add any product to the unit. You can definitely add mousse to this, but just word to your mother, when you add mousse to this, it can add volume per se, but it can also weigh the unit down. So be really careful when you're doing mousse with curly units, because I think there's a misconception with mousse and curls for some reason, especially on wigs. Just be really careful. You want the wig to look as natural as possible. So you can go through her with mousse, but don't be really heavy-handed with the mousse, ladies. Just keep it really light so the unit can still flow with you as well. As far as tangling and shedding, obviously you are going to get both. This is a super long unit, super curly. Right now I'm not getting any tangling or shedding, but I'm sure if I was to wear this all day long, the nape would definitely tangle, so just keep that in mind as well. As far as being in the mirror for a long length of time, I really wasn't. I would say maybe 20 minutes tops, and I was pretty much out the door. Now, had I decided to do like a half up, half down, or any other style, it would have been obviously longer, but with me just flipping her to the right, I wasn't in the mirror no longer than, like I said, 20 minutes, and this was super easy to melt. Even with me adding my powder as well, it was just really super easy to melt, and I'm so glad, because y'all already know I can't stand doing extra to my unit. Okay guys, so let's just go ahead and jump into the pros and the cons. So with the cons, there's not too many. Obviously, for me, it's, you know, it's a bit too long sitting at 29 inches. Definitely could have been a 25-inch length unit. I mean, just have it to right here, right? Right here would have been fine with me. I would have been good with just right here. So, like I said, it's not a deal breaker because you literally can cut the unit. If you want to do a half up, half down, I would keep her at 29 inches, but that's just my own thing. But yeah, I think it definitely could have been some inches shorter. As far as the ear tabs and the hairline are concerned, the ear tabs are too heavy and they're too close to the hairline, making it hard for you to go ahead and put that hair behind the ear, and that's going to make it hard for you to melt, especially around the ear area, right? So I think that that could have been shifted just a little bit more, maybe pushed a little bit more to the back. So that's going to be a con for me as well. But the pros definitely outweigh the cons, you guys. It's a gorgeous unit. The texture is great. The density is great. It's nice and lightweight. Love the natural colors to this unit. Love that even though we are in hot summer months, you're not going to bake wearing this. I mean, you probably will bake, but it depends on how long you outside with, Miss Girl, okay? I also love that you really don't have to put any product in the unit because that's how natural the unit looks. So that's going to be a pro for me as well. Remember, with wet lace units, they are a bit on the pricier side, and you want to get what you pay for. So I really feel like with this unit, you're definitely going to get what you pay for, you guys. Like, I mean, it's just awesome. I really do love the unit. I think it's beautiful, and it's natural and classy, but not too much. Like I said, it is long, but it doesn't look wiggy. It's not doing too much. It's a natural color. I'm just absolutely in love with the unit, you guys. So I'm definitely going to give this my charisma stamp of approval. We are going to keep our eyes out for Miss Zion when she drops, and like I said, once she does, I will link it down below, and I'll also put it in my community tab for you guys to go ahead and purchase. Hey guys, that's pretty much it for this review. If you enjoyed my content today, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, as well as subscribe to the KSQUAD. That's my beautiful face popping up on the screen. That's the subscribe button. Don't forget to also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at latesha-kharizma76 for more beauty and hair related content, dolls. I'll see y'all in the next review. Stay beautiful and blessed as always. Bye.